dollars in for it. This is a car at his body shop. He gets paid one time. That's called instant gratification. You got to be able to shift your mind to understand the value of delayed gratification because it doesn't come fast and furious. It's about putting effort in, right? And well, you don't like me using this orange marker, right? Nobody does. Effort, reward. See, in this business, it's unlike what we do in our traditional job. We go out and get a deal done, get paid, and we're happy until next week comes, right? This, it's 100% of effort for basically no reward, right? Start now. And as you keep putting that effort in, your reward starts building here, and then it's 20% of reward. Then it's 40% reward. Right now, everything starts shifting. I can tell you this. Have the vision and work this thing, and when this starts shifting, our reward is now about 500% reward because we kept putting the 100% effort in. It's going to pay you forward for the rest of your life. It's like having an annuity, right? But annuities take, what, 20, 30 years? You hope they build up with the stock market. And who do you trust in the financial world? This is something, if you keep putting the reward in, like a lot of people in this room are doing, making a sacrifice. I could have been a lot of places this morning. I wanted to be here because I believe there's people in this room that are going to get this and they're going to run with it. And it will change your life. So Mario, let's kick it off. Tell people who you are and why you're involved and why you're hitting this thing.
Okay. Mario Briscoe, traditional business owner. First thing I want to say is that if anybody was to come to me a couple years ago and tell me I'd be involved in multi-level marketing, which I didn't even know what it was, or deregulation of energy, I'd say you're crazy. Okay, so this attracts all kind. First thing is, I didn't find the opportunity. The opportunity found me. Okay, somebody showed it to me. Okay, and that's what this business is all about. John is saying the goal is to show people this opportunity. They see it, they come on board, and we build a business together. The talk on one part about John about business is that I see a lot of new faces. All right, so what John says is great, and we're going to teach you today actually how to build a business. Okay, but the one thing I want to say to you, what got me really attracted to this is that, for example, today is Sunday. All my locations are closed. All my employees are home. I'm making zero money. Right? Most of us in here, maybe Kevin's got a crew out, but other than that, pretty much nobody. Your shop is closed. You're not making no money. The beauty about passive residual is that you set it once and you get paid time and time again. So as I'm here in my Meridian business, I'm getting paid. Somebody's using electric, right? Without me involved. Okay, I don't work for Meridian. I'm not the guy on the pole. I'm not the guy delivering. I'm not doing anything. I just simply had a conversation with someone and educated them that they had a choice. They go green, they're going to save some bucks, but more importantly, they're going to help me. And that's how I build a business. So, sun's out every day, that's a business partner. I look out every day, I'm making money. Just like that. Okay, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, including holidays. The sun doesn't take a day off on Christmas, on New Year's, Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate. Okay, that's the power of this. Okay. The second thing I want to say is surround yourself by people. Okay? When I first got involved, it's a process we go through believing, But John's seen something in me before I seen it myself. I didn't know him. Okay? He's like family to me. But he's seen something in me. He picked me out of a crowd. You see, I was determined. I wasn't doing much, but I was showing up in meetings, sometimes by myself, even before my wife got involved, and he's seen something. I was trying. So you always want to pick someone out. You want to surround yourself by positivity. You're going to get a lot of no's, believe me. I got no's from people that I've done a lot for. I've saved them. Okay, personally, money, whatever, still said no to me. Some of them are coming into my business now because I'm involved. The one thing you cannot do is quit. Because the reality is this, right? That's what I was telling Steve yesterday. You're brand new to the business. What do you know about energy? You don't know nothing. So when you first approach somebody, when you first come in, the first thing is skepticism. What does this guy know? They're scared to take a chance. But over time, okay, sharp people are going to see it right away. You seen it right away, you came right on board. Some people are not going to see that. But you know what? One of my strongest lines in this business, I approached when I first, you think he was like number 3. Okay? Looked at it, been friends for 30 years, said no to me. I almost quit that day. I can't convince one of my best friends. My sister got involved. She had no choice. She's my sister. I did everything wrong. She got involved because she knows I'm successful. That's it. She didn't have a choice. I was going to pay for it even if she was going to come on board. But anyway, she came on board. But you know what? He said, listen, I'm willing to help you. What can I do? I said, why don't you become a customer? He says, am I going to save money? I don't know. I think we are. I know we're going green. We're going to save some trees. But you know what? I'm excited. I've met some people. Help me out. He gave me his meter. You know what? Months go by. Always kept tabs of me. Hey, how you doing? I'm doing good. He's seen a change in me. He's seen me a little bit more happier, a little bit more excited. Started building a team. Started mentioning names like this guy called Big John and so forth. Okay? 11 months later, he says, you know what, Mario? He goes, you're right. I've saved a little money. Nothing changed. You're in it for the long haul. Okay? Not that he didn't believe me from the beginning. Not only is he in my business, 11 months later, he's my strongest line. I have a guy that just came in my business the other day, my real estate guy. 2 years I approached him. A little less than 2 years. He just joined my business last week. So people come around, just never quit. Okay? Never quit. Yep. As far as the spouse factor, I say that all the time. You really have the right to sit down with your spouse, whether it's significant other, it's male, female, whatever. And you have to let them understand what this is about. Now, they have three choices, right? They can get involved, that's great. They cannot get involved, that's their choice. But they gotta be supportive. They have to understand what you're doing is for both of them. It's for your family, for your kids, whatever, okay? I can't tell you how many times that somebody gets involved, and the first thing I said, right, it's one of the conversations I said, you know, do you think your girlfriend will get involved, or will your wife, I asked you that, your wife get involved. Show them at least the opportunity, let them understand what you're doing. But they have to be supportive either way. I can't tell you how many times that I have done third parties, or have people on the phone, and I hear the wife in the background, or the man, what are you showing that video, what are you doing? I'm like, dude, she's gotta go in the other room, he's gotta go in the other room, okay? So you have to understand that you gotta be supportive, okay? They don't have to be involved. My wife did not get involved till 6 months later. She wasn't ready, I wasn't ready to introduce her. But when she started to see me excited, the first thing she says, like, you're always in meetings, you're always out. Then when the first paychecks come in every month, she said, what are you doing home? Okay? So, but when she was ready, 6 months later, that's when I really started taking it. I didn't take it serious in the beginning. I sat her down and I showed her the opportunity. I did it the right way. I showed her the video. All right, we got somebody on the phone. She came to a meeting and she's a powerhouse. She's my significant other in this business. Okay, it's power to get to people. Okay? All right, so
It's fun, and it's fun too.
it's great. I mean, our relationship has gotten closer because in my traditional business, even when I worked on Wall Street, right, my father taught me one thing. God rest his soul. I wish he was alive because my father had a lot of businesses, and I couldn't imagine me sitting down and explaining, like, all I got to do is talk to people. That's it. I don't have to buy buildings. I don't have to have a restaurant. I mean, it's crazy how simple it is. And the simplicity is the part that people struggle with. Okay, that's the key.
Let's talk about getting customers, Mario, because it all starts with getting customers, right? And we get customers when we have belief in the product, right? If we don't believe in something, you're not going to go and thinking you're helping anybody. All right, here's what would happen to this company. Like any other startup company, we got caught in the jungle, right? We got caught in the jungle. We had problems, just like Amazon had, like Google had, like Microsoft had. Any of these other companies that are now on top of the world, because they got through the jungle, we got through the jungle. There was a lot of pain brought to a lot of people because of the way Veridian and every other third-party supplier ran their business. But when you have a CEO that's invested into each and every one of us, knowing our relationships, he made it better. He made it right. See, we've been through the pain. If you don't have thick skin in this business, you'll never get anywhere. Have rhino skin, have belief. So now we have a 3-year product that we can go to everybody and say, hey, and show them a video. Show them the Freedom video. We have great rates now in every market, including PSE&G with the 12-month they just get. I don't know, I never look on my computer. I never, ever go on my computer. I just keep showing videos and keep getting customers. You know, my wife helps me out with that part. I'm not, you know, I just, thank you, man. But have belief in what we're doing. We're making a difference in the environment, right? It's not just about going, yeah, we're gonna save people money. But if you don't have belief, how can you be inspired to go out and get people in your business, get people as customers? Understand the product, understand what we're dealing with. It's not, this is Veridian 2.0. It's not what it was when we got started, where a lot of people quit and said, oh, my friends are mad at me, my cousin's mad at me, they went in a variable rate. Get over it. Get over it. Nothing in life is a smooth run. If we wanted to, we can go, if we wanted to get aggravated, we can go have a job. Right? We all love our jobs. We all love everybody we work with, right? They're all beautiful people. We get to pick and choose who we work with on our job, right? No, we don't. But we do here. So, you know, customers. Bob Quintana said to me, he goes, John, how are you getting your customers so quick? I said, I'm making it personal. Just like Kevin Verdon. Kevin, you want to talk to somebody that gets customers? Go talk to Kevin after the meeting. He had belief day one. Went to people and said, hey man, I helped you out. I need your help now. Right? I helped you out. I need your help now. Gilbert and I talked about it last week. I fired my landscaper. My landscaper came. I kept asking him for his meters. He says, no, not you again with the meters. I said, you're done. So are the 5 other contracts I referred you to. You would do that? I said, I just did. Are you kidding me? Well, what am I, some kind of pawn for somebody? Right, well, I'm willing. I said, but you hand me money out of your pocket. I mean, I hand you money every week. All I'm asking to do is put more money in your pocket and help me get a business started. Simple as that. Either see it or you don't. Take a hike. The next guy came and gave me 4 meters. Said, who wouldn't do that? I said, the idiot before you. So when you get customers, make it personal. Go to people, appeal to them. When people say, oh, I don't know anybody else. Bull. Bull. You can meet people every day. You know people from high school. You know people that service your house. Right? That worked on your house. People you patronize, whatever business you're in. You can get on the phone. Everybody in this room can get on the phone if they wanted and get 15 customers today. Today! The problem is you don't have a target. Most of us don't have a target to shoot at. We have a bow and arrow and we have nothing to shoot at. Because we're not writing that list. We're not doing this, and that's what we're going to get into. These are targets. I got targets here. I got pages of targets. I got my bow and arrow. I'm just ready to hit targets. And if I don't hit them, next. Next. Don't get hung up. They're not telling you no. They're not telling you no. Don't take it personal. That's where you get the thick skin. They just don't know any better. So Mario, talk about customer acquisition. How do you get customers?
Just like John said, you know, in your back office, there's all kinds of scripts and tools to approach people, but like John says, I make it personal, you know, it's me. I believe in this, okay? I believe in the company. I believe I'm saving people money. And I just approach, listen, my mother's a customer, right? She's 76 years old, fixed income. I would not put anybody in harm's way, especially my mother, all the money in the world. So when you have that passion, I basically just ask for help, okay? I just call them up and say, hey, I need your help. What's the first reaction everybody has? Mary, what do you need? Hey, you know, my wife and I got involved in this company. I believe in the environment. I believe in having a choice. You know what? I'd like you to join my company. Well, what's it about? Listen, nothing changes on your bill. I just need a copy. I can come over, sign you up. Takes about 2 minutes. You know what? You're going to be doing something good. You're going to be going green. You're going to be price protected for 3 years with a rebate at the end. So if you don't save money, company will honor that. And you'll be helping me and my family out. That's it. It's that simple. Okay? Or that's one approach. If I know somebody well. If it's somebody I don't know that well, it's about striking up a conversation, but being serious, have conviction. I ask people all the time. You know, did you deregulate your house yet? What do you mean deregulating the house? You don't know you have a choice? You don't know you can go green and save money? You're with a utility company, you're with a company that does not want your business. You gotta remember, utility company has been deregulated. We've been deregulated. The utility does not want the supply part of your business. So you're with them by default. Okay, that would be like you are gonna eat at the same restaurant every week. Okay, you have a choice now. It's powerful to have a choice. And you can shop. I just want to come to my company. So everybody at some point is going to switch. Whether they're going to switch with you, with your friend, or they're going to switch with a stranger. We all get the postcards. We all get the phone calls. They're annoying. Okay? As a matter of fact, when I was introduced to this business, I didn't know I had a choice. Didn't even know there was an option. Okay? So all you do is educate people. Another approach I do with people is I'll say, hey, did you green certify your house? Green certify my house. You don't know you can pick a greener product? Okay? The approach is always the same, but it's about you believing in it and you're offering people a choice. They're going to save money. We know that. They're going to get price protection for 3 years. Price protection means the one thing about this company, there is no secrets. There is no surprises. You know what the rate is up front. You can do whatever you want. I don't even look at the rate. I believe so much in it. I know Michael Falkwest. I've spent time with him, that he's doing the right thing. If people are not saving money, we wouldn't have customers. Okay? So John says it all the time. I'm an engineer by trade. I have to find bad in everything. You know, I have to research everything. I don't get stuck in the weeds. I don't look at the rates. I know that when you're switching to my company, I'm doing the right thing. That's how much I believe in it. And I'm not brainwashed. You know,
Mary, how much the people, your tenants in your buildings that you own in Brooklyn?
That's a great example. You know, that I use all the time. You know, we have a building in Brooklyn that we own. We have 3 tenants. Okay. And I went to the bottom floor. This is exactly how I approached them. I went to them. I said, hey, She's been a tenant of mine for many years. You know, we have a good relationship. Anytime there's been a problem, I can, you always pay the rent on time. I haven't really increased rate. You know what? I want to help you. I want to give back to you. Because how do I do that? I said, listen, I got involved, my wife and I got involved in an energy company. It's all about saving money. I want my building to go green. Okay, I want to contribute to the world just like you recycle every month. And I want to lock you in for 3 years. Okay, Mario, what do you need? I knew he was the easiest one to go with. Okay, so I picked him first. Pulled out his bill, had my laptop, table. Middle floor, I knew I was going to have a problem. Okay, I gotta be careful because we have the recorder on. But anyway, we have disagreement. So I went right to the top floor and I used leverage. And I knocked on his door and I said, hey, you know, we got small kids. Listen, I want a future for my kids. I'm going green with the building. The guy downstairs just signed. He said, what do you mean? I said, listen, it's all about price protection, going green, and you're gonna be helping me and my family out. He said, Mario, you're a great guy, always taking care of me, gave me his bill to sign up. Went to the middle floor. Can't tell you what happened, had no shot, we don't get along, it is what it is. She didn't give me meetings, I said, hey, have a nice day. No problem at all, understood. A few months go by, you got the,
Polar vortex.
whatever that's called, okay?
Rates in Con Edison.
And Con Edison went from at the time, whatever it was,
9 cents to
9
28
cents to
cents.
like 26, 28 cents. Spiked for 2 months. Okay? But this is the power of this business. The bottom floor, and when that bill came that month, the whole neighborhood was shocked because I still keep in touch. But guess what? The bottom floor and the top floor didn't even know a change happened because they were locked in a rate. The middle floor got a bill that was 3-4 times, it was a humongous bill. She had a problem paying her rent that month. She's a customer now. You understand? That's what price protection. We don't know what's going to happen in the future. Okay? You don't know. We just know it's going to go up, right? Every indication it's going to go up. That's what price protection is.
So let's talk about now the two questions everybody that comes into your business, everybody that starts in this, they're going to ask two questions. Is it worth it? Is it worth your time to run around and get customers? And can I do it? Right? This is about writing a story. We come in, do what Mario said, people that make a commitment, have that target to shoot at, go out and get 16 gas, 16 electric. I don't say 8 weeks. I never say that because if somebody has the vision to go get 16 customers in 8 weeks, they're not going to be the squeaky wheel that gets the grease. If you're a Kevin Verdon that goes out and gets 18 customers in one day, they're the people you're going to want to work with, right? So when somebody goes out and they go and get 16 gas, 16 electric, most of them, you're talking 16 people because most of them have gas and electric.
So you're usually the first one.
Yeah,
Now
you're
you're
the
down
first
15.
one, now you're down to 15. Well, this brings you $900, and now we still have the money for meters, right?
Which is huge.
So now you get 32 times 30, $960. So you go out and somebody comes into business for dinner for two, which is $99, and you go out and get 16 gas, 16 electric, that's $1,860 for your $99 investment. Is it worth it? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. See, that's what we got to teach. Because if people come in and say, oh, I'll get it tomorrow. I'll get it tomorrow. Guess what? Tomorrow never comes. Never comes. It's about taking massive action right away.
Let me add something to that. Meters, okay, or customer acquisition, like John said, okay, we teach everybody, first of all, if you're coming in, if you're brand new, I see a lot of new faces. This is the best time that I've ever seen you join this company. Because not only you get the fast start, which is, look, what's Meridian's first thing? First thing is you come in, they want to give you all your money back several times over. Now with the Jumbo June, all these incentives, which are unbelievable. So you can make thousands and thousands, we'll talk about solar later, but thousands and thousands of. This is something that should be done within hours and days. Okay, this is something, picking up the phone, writing your list down, which we'll get over in a minute, and making them phone calls and getting customer acquisitions right away.
Well, go to look people in the eye. Hop in your vehicle. Go to people that you care for and you've helped in the past and call in the chips. Because all you're doing is helping them. See, that's what gets you over the fear. Go and look at somebody in the eye, having that belief and say, hey, listen, because the rates right now, we're not where we used to be with these variable rates. Those days are gone. So it's a new chapter in where this company's going. See, that's why when you stay immersed to this opportunity and you just believe, lot of other people are gonna believe just like you believe. They're gonna follow you. If you're weak and you waver and you don't have, you can't lend your belief to anyone else. Nobody's gonna follow you. And this business is about building leaders, right? Building leaders that are gonna take it away like Mario did, like Kevin's doing. A lot of other people, Eric, you're on your way very quickly. Have the confidence. Open your house up. You're giving people a gift of life. And a potential chance to retire in 4 to 5 years. That's a gift. Realize it as such. Because if you don't, it's just never going to happen for you. Right? So let's talk about all the money that can be made right away.
And there's nothing more powerful, I'm telling you right now. When you get your first check, especially it's more than what you invested in, it's powerful. It's real. You touch it. You feel it. There is nothing, I'm telling you right now, everybody, Eric knows this really well. I had touched upon this a little bit yesterday. First thing we do is try to make your money back, right? Eric, you got your first check. On a $99 investment, he's made thousands and thousands % of his money. Went out and got it right away. And the cool thing about it is that you can go anywhere from the lowest level to all the way to Joel level, the highest guy. You only need 25 personal users. That's it. So like I told you yesterday, get that out of the way right away. I got that done within 2 weeks. That's because physically I couldn't get to some of these people. But I basically did it in 4 days. Eric, you did it within a couple weeks. Just get out there and get it. And once you get that 25, okay, you make all this money and so forth, okay? And bonuses come right away. Bonuses come right away, okay? Now you focus on building a team, because that's where the money. This is about a collective effort of a lot of people.
Eric, before we get on to the duplicate, we're going to get on to that. The other, we got a diversified portfolio. Our portfolio of products is going to become more diverse. We have a lot of things coming our way the first of the year. That everybody in this room is going to be happy that they stayed plugged in, because it's going to be a national product in 50 states. But we have a partnership with a guy named Elon Musk. I want to have a good friend of mine, if he would, Kevin Verdon, come up, who I believe is probably one of the best in this company of obtaining solar. Because why? He got educated. He don't need to be an expert, but he wanted to educate himself, so it was a very seamless process. And now we have a lot of people on a webinar. Kevin, can you come up and go over the solar for us, please? And Kevin just came from a job, right? With crews of guys working to come here. And he's going to tell you why this book and these pieces of paper, why everyone's a $30 bill, potentially a $1,000 bill now. Here you go, Kevin.
Oh, I got one.
All right.
I didn't know he was going to phone me. I didn't even know I was going to. But the solar, it's excellent. I mean, you take this book, you go to all your friends, family, everybody. Just tell them to fill this out. People will tell you, no, I'm not interested in solar. But just ask them, please, just get a proposal. See how simple it is. See the money you're going to save. Oh, it's going to be on the front of my house. It may not be on the front of your house. It may be in the back of your house. So before they say no to you, just say, do me a favor and just fill this out and get yourself educated. And while you're doing that, once they get educated, half of the people will join your business because they can come into what's called the solar sunroom, where they don't have to pay. They can just refer you and refer their friends to your business, and they can make $300. And then you get the 20-year residual income. This is the way you lead for me to obtain customers. I use these solar things because when I do it, I walk them through it. I get a copy of their electric bill. I look at their electric bill. Now I show them that what they're paying, what we can give you for a rate. And that's it. This is a gold mine. This is a $1,500 book. I mean, there's 50 of them in here at $30 a piece. If you get 2 solars, now with the bonus money they're giving, if you get 8 to 10 solars, you get $1,000. Can you imagine going and get 10 solars in 1 month and make $10,000? This is the way to lead. This is the way to go. You know, I've approached a lot of people over the last 2 years. No, but now, by the end of the month, I will have 10 signed solar contracts. Because people are now starting to see more and more solar going on people's houses. This is the gold mine. It's the future. Like John always says, it's like Easy Pass. When you go down the turnpike or the parkway, you see people waiting in line. Why don't you have Easy Pass? But solar is the future. There's only 1% penetration of solar. And how I attain customers or associates is, when I first see somebody, I say, you know, Kevin, how you been doing? I said, I'm doing good. How's business? Business is fabulous. I said, but I started another business that's even better. I bought a solar franchise, a green energy and solar franchise. How much do you think I paid for it? I had one guy, and we're in 17 states, I tell them. $500,000? I said, no, you're way off. $1 million? I said, no, you're really way off. He goes, well, how much? You know, stop playing around. I said, $99. He said, $99? I said, yeah. He says, well, show me how to get into that business. And that's it. It's a no-brainer. And Meridian will give you your $99 back.
Yeah.
If you sign up before your credit card goes through, you'll get your $99 back by Friday. You know, become your first customer. Learn about solar. Go through the process of having to put on your house. Get into the weeds like you do in your auto body business. I don't know what everybody else does, but like I do in my landscape, you're selling yourself. And besides that, you're educating people about a product that everybody's gonna have.
Let's give a scenario. I want to hit on the bonuses real quick, why this is so lucrative, and I want to use Andrew. Andrew, you're new in the business. You and Tracy came in probably a week and a half ago or so, right? Now, if Andrew went out, and him and his wife have a huge Rolodex, huge. If Andrew went out and asked 200 people, do me a favor, no skin off your back, no money out of pocket. Did you ever think about solar? Well, we have, but we never, you know, we're too busy. Listen, take you 2 minutes. How long does it take to get one of them filled out, Kev?
2 minutes.
2 minutes.
The whole process, contract, proposal, Google Earth, 15 minutes.
If Andrew goes to 200 people, every one of those sheets a $30 bill. $6,000 just for people allowing him to get a free proposal. You know why they're paying $30 a lead? Because when people see the black and white of how much money they're saving, the money Mario Persico's saving, Kevin Burton saving, I'm saving, who else got solar in this room so far? 1, 2, 3. What's your, Jim Gregory?
Yes, sir.
Attorney from Millstone and his wife Wendy. How much is your estimated savings?
40,000.
40,000. So they let somebody put solar on, wait a minute. They let somebody put solar on their roof that's going to add 5 to 10% resale value on their house. That's going to cut their bills down and put $40K in their pocket over 20 years. How much money did that cost you out of pocket?
No.
Oh, nothing. Right? Yeah, nothing. Yeah. That's right. It doesn't cost any money out of pocket. Guys, you see what we're sitting on here? See, the problem is too much of this goes over people's heads. You're sitting on something that's going to pay you forward for the rest of your life every day the sun comes out, like Mario said. Now we have a battery system coming out that Elon Musk, our business partner, who's on the cover of Fortune magazine, right, that came knocking on our door. That's the guy we want to follow, right? I think so, right? Or do I want to follow Joe down the street that fixes lawnmowers? Nothing wrong with Joe, but I'd rather follow Elon Musk. We're sitting on a gold mine, folks. Whether you know it or not, we're sitting on a monster. And it's very simple, man. It's about taking massive action. Tomorrow don't come. Today's here. Taking massive action, and we're going to talk about how to get associates. We're going to talk about the art of leverage, right? Eric Nacero wishes him and his wife can go away anytime they wanted, that he had 100 people that were going to take in care and have accountability for his body shop. Do you?
Nope.
No, you don't, right?
Yeah, married to my shop.
Yeah, you're married to him. Yeah, so are we for a little while longer. The art of leverage, right, is about, we want to show 100 people how to do 1% of the work, takes all the stress out of our life, right, and give people a gift at the same time, right? My wife and I have been fortunate that we saw this right from the beginning. We started putting people in our living room. We started putting more people in our living room. We started putting more people around our kitchen table. And we're still doing it. Because the list is endless for all of us if we open our minds. Endless. And you're giving people a gift. So let's talk about, Kev, do you have people that can take your business over with no worries when you go away?
No.
So you're still attached mentally. Mario, are you a little bit attached when you go on vacation? You look at your cell phone all the time?
I'm on the cell phone the whole vacation.
Okay, so you have a lot of fun on vacation. Eric, are you real attached when you go away?
I don't go away.
Jim, will you go away? Jim, you're an attorney. How many calls do you have to look at your phone when you go on vacation? Are you mentally detached?
You can ask my wife. That's funny.
Guys, you see what I'm getting at here? Our attachment to what we do every day, it doesn't allow us to focus on anything else.
You know, John, you hit on that. I'm like this. I'm on the fence. I want to give up my business so bad. But like John says, it's something I've done for 33 years, and I'm really, really tired of it. I have problems with my employees. Who shows up? Who doesn't show up? I don't have a problem making money in my business. I don't have a problem getting customers in my business. I've been in the business for 33 years. But the pain now is getting too great. Every morning I gotta wake up and worry about who doesn't show up. What's gonna happen? I get paid. I have a unique situation. I'm finished, I'm paid. You know, I don't advertise, but I'm on the fence, and I tell John every day. I have a son-in-law that's a Major League Baseball player. He'll help me. If I wanna give up my business, I'm never worried about money. I put money away. But guys, I'm telling you, I'm this close to giving up my business and just doing this full time. Because I know the way I built my landscaping business, I know I can build this business and have employees that I don't have to pay. Insurance, I don't have to pay. And if I just work this as hard as John works it and other people, there's no stopping me. I know that if I put my mind to it and I do this, I know I can make 10 times more money every single month within a year or two than I am making now without $40,000 insurance, without guys not showing up to work, without breakdowns. But I gotta make that mind shift. I know you have a body shop. You do well, I do well, I make a lot of money. But I'm tired of what I have to do to make that money. And I know if I work this half as hard as I work my landscaping business, I'll make 10 times more. It may take me a year or two, like John says. But guys, I'm on the fence here. You know, I'm ready just to give it up and just do this. That's how much I believe in it. And I see it because I work it every day. And it is really there.
You know, everybody's story is different, you know. That's a great story. My story is I like my traditional business. I like the people, most of the people that I work with. So to me, this is a plan B. I'm working it just as hard as my regular business. But this will give me options. You know, I have a lot of responsibilities. My business is extremely complicated. I can't just go like that. But this is something that is a plan B to get out. Okay, I'm not quitting my job just yet. Okay, but once it gets to that point, you have a lot of options. Okay, and I've seen it happen around me. So everybody's story is a little different.
You know,
Okay, I'm sure he has a lot more aggravation than I do. Okay, well maybe, but maybe.
yeah, I mean, it's
yeah.
great that he says I love what I do.
Right.
I'm great at what I do.
Just
I
harder
just
every
did
day.
Sam Vera's restaurant, where we have our meetings. The place was a disaster. I'm really talented. I'm really good at what I do, and I really do love what I do, man.
You know what happens is, when you're around positivity all day, you want to feel that all day. I mean, you know, when you go to one of these meetings, you know, I say it all the time, you want to come out and start knocking on your neighbor's doors at 11 o'clock at night.
It's all about going to the
I mean,
meetings.
hearing him speak out. I mean, hearing him speak and be, but see, that's one thing I want to hit on what Kevin said. When you surround yourself by positive people all the time, you become one of them people. You're positive. Then when you go Monday to work and you deal with every possible disaster there is and every aggravation, you realize how simpler the Meridian business is.
Yeah.
Okay? First thing I told Eric, I said, Eric, I'm going to tell you one thing. Not that you're going to really hate your job, maybe you will, but you're going to realize how simple this business is, and you're going to realize for the first time how hard you work and how complicated your other business is. Because, you know, I have truck drivers, I have snow, John's been there. John goes, hey, John thinks I'm at Atlantic City, everything ringing. I can't even talk, I can't have a 5-minute conversation with him. I'm like, John, that's why I make appointments. If you don't make an appointment to see me, if you do not make an appointment to see me during the day, I don't see you. Because I don't like it, because it's very difficult for me. Steve's been there. Very difficult. I'm always running around, I'm always being distracted. But in this business, you can be yourself all the time.
Well,
You know what else is great, John? You're in the body shop business. I'm in the landscape business. You're in the granite business. Sadri Jambalai is an associate. In the granite business, he's in the granite business. If you went to a body shop and said, listen, you know, I gotta get this car done, my guy didn't show up, can I get one of your guys, your competition? They're gonna tell you no.
Sure.
They're both in the same business. And the unique thing about this is, I wanna help everybody that's in my business,
Exactly.
every one of my associates, but most of all, I wanna help his associates, I wanna help his associates. We all wanna help you, because the faster we help you get where you want, the faster I'm gonna get where I want. And that's it. I mean, who'd ever think that I would be into network marketing? You know, always
You
focused.
seem like a friendly guy.
I am a friendly guy. I sell myself every single
No,
day. I
it's,
charge people money. Now I'm showing them how I'm going to sell myself to them. Kevin,
Yeah.
you're going to save me money? You know, music. Oh yeah, okay.
by doing good, you receive good. That's exactly right. I'll finish on this last part so we go on. Every day, what I realize is that I'm actually taking, in my traditional business, I'm actually taking food away from other people, right? There's only one job. You have 20 of us fighting a job. So I realized for the first time that only one of us. So if I go in there and I get that job, I stole that job from 20 other people. That's the power, right? So that's a different mentality now. So when I go in, I'm realizing that I have to really knock out a lot of people to get that sale, okay? And that's competition. In this business, I want to help everybody. I don't care what line you're from. I've done third parties from people I barely know. You know, a guy, Tom Braddock, did a third, not even in my line, does not benefit me in any way. I called him up, I said, Tom, I need your help. No problem, what do you got? I said, I have an educator, no problem. Got on the phone, knocked it out of the park. Okay? So that's the helping
Guys,
everybody.
let me get focused on this so we can close out the solar and get our duplicate. Yeah, Jeff.
And it's very important when you're an associate to try to match up the person that you want to show the plan to a person from coming to meetings and learning who they are. If you got a sharp business guy or a Wall Street guy, call. You know, if you got a landscaper that wants to look into the business, call me and I'll tell him why. You know, we could talk to landscaping and I can explain to him, what are you doing? Do this. You got 200 customers, you cut their grass. Tell them you need your help. I mean, you have a Mexican guy with solar. He doesn't know nothing about the business, and what I told him is tell your customer I want a free solar. You want it? I don't have a house. You know, you want it? And right away, free? Yeah, it's absolutely free. And they take it. You know, it's just...
So let's take, Andrew now got 200 solar leads, him and his wife Tracy, right? So he's gonna follow through on those leads. Three basic things. You have at least $100 a month in electricity bills on average, right? Wintertime could be 60, summertime 180, whatever it is. Averages out to 100. Is your credit score 625? You need a J.C. Penney credit card to qualify. That's the credit score you need, right? And what else? You need sun. You need sun. Your house can't be buried in trees, right? It's got to be beneficial for Solar City. Now, if Andrew puts in those 200 leads, he's going to make, if they go to proposal form, which is not hard, Kevin done it, boom, 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 he's going to make $6,000 just in the leads, right? It takes 2 minutes to get a lead.
Even if they say no.
They just have to take the phone call.
They can say no that they don't want on the roof, they got to take the phone call, they got to
Get a
accept the
proposal.
proposal. They got to accept the proposal. That's simple.
But there's no obligation.
No
So
obligation.
what I tell people is, listen, help me out. I'm part of this company. Let's see if your house qualifies. You know, I'm gonna put your name in, someone's gonna contact you within 24 hours. Okay, only thing you need is a copy of your 12-month history. You know, here's JCP&L's number, do me a favor, call them up, so you're prepared, right? All you have to do is say, hey, I'm gonna get solar. They'll email you a 12-month history.
Within 15 minutes.
Now, once you get the proposal, if you don't like it, throw it out. But if they get the proposal, the chances are they're gonna go all the way, but you get that $30 just for them agreeing to get the proposal. There's no obligation, there's no cold call, there's no nothing.
So let's go a step further now.
The best thing to do, John, sorry,
Yeah.
set up an appointment.
Right.
Meet them at the house. Before that, tell them, listen, I'm gonna need a recent electric bill. In the bottom left-hand corner has a 12-month use history. Go there with them, get their bill, let them fill this out. By the time you're done talking, have a cup of coffee, have some small talk, they will get a phone call from Solar City. Walk them through the whole thing. Accept the phone call there, walk out of there, there's $30. It's very important not to just say, here, fill this out, thank you, because they're not gonna do anything about it.
Sure.
Do this 10 times a day, go to 10 people, that's $300. Now, if they take a solar, which John will get into,
Yeah.
and then, believe me, after you get their electric bill, and you look at it, I found a lot of people that were on a third party that were in a crazy rate, and they said, wow, really, Kevin? Yeah, well, this is our rate. I look at the rates because I want to make sure people are happy. And then you walk out with a customer, then you walk out with the gas bill, and then that solar lead, that's two meters. But make an appointment. Trust me, guys, it works. I mean, if I just go to a customer, give them an estimate, or John did, here's your estimate, thank you, and never follow up, you're never gonna get the job. But make the appointment, make it personal, and go there with them. Walk them through the whole process, and then show them the solar sunroof, and show them how they become into your business.
So Andrew's got 200 leads, him and his wife Tracy. They wrote their list, they had 200 people say, yeah, I'll let you get me a free solar consultation. What the hell, I have nothing to lose, right? And they close out 20% of them. That's 40 solar customers. Could be higher, because the higher end people you know have the better credit, bigger houses, blah, 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 blah. So he closes out 40. It's $1,000 a closeout. Now he just made, on top of his $6,000, him and his wife just made $40K. $46,000 for calling 200 people to fill out something that takes a minute and a half to fill out.
Not bad for $900,
Oh,
huh?
look, I forgot about the 20-year residual that Andrew, him and Tracy just got paid on for 20 years.
$2,000 a month, if you average $3 to $5.
Yep.
And the 10 meters.
And now we're going to show you, the 8 steps, and we talked about the art of leverage, right? What if Andrew goes and does that, then he finds 10 people within his organization that are going to do the same thing. Strap your seatbelt on, Andrew, you're blasting off. That's what it comes down to, right? It's about now we're going to show you how to duplicate yourselves, your mindset, your beliefs. So it's all about the duplication. We have 8 steps. McDonald's is a multi-billion-dollar business because they keep it simple. They got a bunch of kids running a multi-billion-dollar business because it's the same menu, same food, no matter if you go to China or New York City. With a bunch of teenagers or elderly people, you know, looking for a job, working. Simplicity duplicates, complexity will never, ever, ever duplicate. Eric Worre, the top guy in our industry, made millions upon millions upon millions upon millions of dollars. Said you could have the sharpest guy in the world, biggest Rolodex. If he's not willing to, if you don't know how to duplicate, he's worth nothing. Nothing will ever happen. See, we want to teach people how to do this simple 8 steps and duplicate, so when your business starts going 30 levels deep, people are going to be doing the same exact thing. So what's step 1? Eric? Eric? Yes. What, Eric leave?
No, I'm right here.
Eric, what's step 1?
Contact and invite.
No, you
One demerit for Eric Nacero.
Eric, don't feel bad.
Wilda, you only been in the business for 2 weeks. What's step 1, honey?
know your why.
Mario, as Eric's upline, I want Anthony Masidi to get a call today.
You're probably watching right now.
There you go.
I talked to Christina earlier, and I believe this is the catalyst, right? This is the catalyst that gets you moving. See, if you can take all the bullets, you can get kicked in the face, you can get knocked over, you can get run over. If you have a strong enough why, none of that will matter. It's not how many times you get knocked up, it's how quick you jump up, right? This why is the difference. It'll make the difference in your business. It'll have you put the focus on. It's about writing it down. It's about looking at it. If it's your children, look at your children every day. If it's your grandchild, look at your grandchild. That's what we do. You know, the tough times, the rejection times, the frustration times, when you go to do an estimate and somebody don't show up, just look at that picture of the ones that, the reason why you're doing this business, and you'll never have a worry in the world. You need to really define your why. And I mean that sincerely. That's what will get you over every hurdle, every obstacle. You see, there's going to be a lot. The people that are going to try to steal your dreams in this business are the people you think are your friends and your family. They're the ones that are going to steal your dreams. The people you work with go to, oh, you're nuts. Oh, you're in that pyramid thing. Oh, you're crazy. They just want other people to be as miserable as they are. My own family members. Yeah, hey, hi family members if you're on the YouTube. You know what? They're knuckleheads. They're knuckleheads. Call it what it is. I'm not gonna worry about them. I have my own focus. Somebody don't want to help me after I help them, move on, so be it. Forget about it. This will have you overcome, because I hear this from everybody new that comes in. I can't believe it. My cousin told me no. Oh, I can't believe it. My brother-in-law told me no. Yeah, that's everybody that joins this company. That's the way the world is. You will find out who your real friends are in this business. You will. And if you immerse yourself to let Viridian get inside you, I kind of think you won't have those same friends, because, you know, like you say, that I think Kevin talked about it, Mario, you will be the average of the 5 people you surround yourself with. If you go to the gin mill every day, you're going to be the average of an alcoholic. That's on you. Right? If you get around Viridian meetings and positive, successful people, when you go to that meeting Tuesday night in Brooklyn, it's going to be a monster meeting. Joe O, number 1 income earner, lives in Basking Ridge. His back was against the wall. He was in bankruptcy, him and Frank Marone. And now these guys they don't have a worry in the world. Not one. Because they saw something, they committed it, and they got around the sharp people. So, step 1, define your why. If you don't have a why, that you're going to dig deep, not just to make money, because if it's just to make money, it'll never happen for you. It'll never happen for you. Eric, what's step 2?
I'm not answering.
Oh, come on. Wilda? Then, yes, Wilda.
Define your goals.
Yeah, I know.
Set your goals.
That's true, you can't get fired. But in the real world, you'd be escorted out with security.
Pack your bags.
That'd be the only time you go and save to get far.
Set goals. We talked about it earlier. We jumped ahead. I'm only going to spend a minute on it. If you don't set goals and make commitments, you're standing there with the bow and arrow and you have nothing to shoot at. When you start, if a guy like Andrew or Eric or Steve in this room said, I'm going out and I'm getting 15 meters today, you're going to get those meters. It's already in your head. You're going to go get those customers. Nothing will stop you. But if you say, oh, yeah, I need to get 16 customers in the next 2 weeks, yeah, but
Tomorrow.
yeah, I'll get it tomorrow. I'll get it. I wish that dog was an associate. That thing is so persistent. But guys, it's about setting goals and make commitments. If you write something down and you have a why and you know there's money coming your way, you're going to be driven to execute that. If you don't write it down, you don't have a target. You have nothing to shoot at. Nothing. I don't need to spend time on that. That's just like, hey, if you really want something, go after it, you know? Don't be a poser. Don't be a poser. Eric, what's step 3?
Write your list.
Great job, Eric.
I won.
He's getting ahead of himself.
Who do you know? Who do you know? Write your list. I cheated this process for a long time. I got lucky in this business. I cheated this thing. Oh yeah, I just know this guy. I'll call this guy. I did it half-ass. I'm not supposed to curse him. That's all right. Half rear-ended. And now, when I got around all the top people in the industry, guys that used to manage warehouses that are now making $5 million a year, $10 million a year, and I realized that this list, and adding to this list every day, is going to be your retirement. This is what's going to help you retire, right? Writing that list, writing the numbers, contacting people, and we're going to show you how to contact people without puking on them. So who do you know? You got to write this list. If you don't have this list, you're never going to get your target. You got to keep this. You get a nice professional book. You're living to add to it every day. See, amateurs in this industry write a list. They don't do nothing with it, or they don't add to it, right? Professionals in this industry keep adding to it, right? We can meet 5 to 10 new people every day, and it really comes down to how hungry are you, you know,
You know, and the one thing I want to add to it, you know, I'm a computer guy, so I kind of cheat a little bit. This is not a spreadsheet. This is not looking at your phone.
nope.
This is physically writing it down. I have a book very similar to that. Something magical happens when it goes from where you're looking to your brain, down your arm. Write it down, because when you write it down, it's real. That's a real person. And John says, you have to add to it all the time, because I'm gonna tell you something right now. Anybody, I don't care who it is, put a name down and make sure it's out, because I will tell you one thing. Andre says this all the time, and it's true, because it actually happened to me, okay? If you do not contact someone, you will make that list. You will go to a meeting, and you will see a guy that you know there with someone else. Okay, it happened to me, but the opposite. There was a meeting in Long Island. I knew 5 guys in Long Island. I called them up, say, hey, listen, I got an opportunity. I want you to come check it out. You know, I don't come to Long Island too often. I want you to come. They came. I was there with 5 people. You knew they knew 90% of that room, but they're there with me. Okay? And the guy's like, well, you know, well, you didn't call me to come. Here's a guy that lives in Jersey, drove 2 hours to get there, but I showed up at that meeting with these guys. That some of them lived on the same block and never approached them, never was on the list. That's the difference. So write everybody down, because at some point, okay, someone else is going to contact you.
Should I go back to Eric again? Eric, what's step 4?
Contact it.
Contact and invite. Perfect, brother.
Okay, good. You balance yourself out there.
I have a question for me.
Back in the room.
Contact and invite. If this doesn't say contact and run your mouth for 20 minutes and try to tell everybody, explain the video. Guys, take careful note on this process here. This is about sending out a text. Hey Andrew, how's everything? Please give me a phone call as soon as possible, thanks. That's how I contact people. If you try calling people and leaving messages, that's not the way people answer nowadays. If I contacted everyone in this room and said, hey, Eric, please give me a call ASAP, exclamation point. You would look at that in capital and say, wow, John, something important. And as soon as Eric calls me back, I don't pick up the phone. I send him a text, an important meeting, I'll get back to it in a little bit. As soon as I'll call Eric back in a half hour and I'll keep him.
And right now, Eric's thinking that you wrecked your car, you're
Yeah.
stranded on the
Yeah.
side of the road, you can't answer because you're being carted out to the hospital.
So right now, it's about how you pique people's curiosity. This business is all about piquing people's curiosity and not puking on them, right? A lot of people, we get excited, we try explaining it, we try talking about it, we try doing this. Contact via text, or if you have a relationship, go over to somebody and then tell them, hey, I need to show you something. It's something I'm doing. Be excited. Right? That's what this is about, exposing this to as many people as possible. Remember, contact and invite. All you're doing is looking to make that appointment and get the hell off the phone. If you want to do what me and Lela did, start inviting people at your house. Wilde, you and Gilbert were in the business for a week. The first thing you wanted to do was have a home meeting. I don't see many people in this business do that.
Yeah, we've had a few.
You had a few already, and you've been in the business for 3 weeks. And you got all your meters. You know, you guys are on your way. Because you're going after it. You want it, you're hungry, and you're learning the system. That's all it's about. It's about a system. It's nothing personal. Don't take anything personal in this business.
Right, and we have 4 associates.
You got 4 frontline associates and more coming on already, right? You got more coming on. So you're looking to go 20 wide, 25 wide very quickly. You're doing a great job. I applaud you for that. And you're letting your upline know. You're letting your upline know they're coming to support you. David DeJesus blowing it up. Nick Elisa blowing it up. Everybody's letting Tony DePaula coming to support you to your house.
And John P.
See, this business, what you're doing, you're becoming a squeaky wheel. You're coming to every meeting. You came to Marlboro. You went to the meeting in Cherry Hill with Tom Braddock. You're immersing yourself and people are noticing you. You're going to be the squeaky wheel that gets the grease. If somebody comes into business and they go in the witness protection program, nobody knows who they are. If you notice, everybody that's playing at a high level, they're at 2 or 3 meetings a week. Big sacrifice. Huge sacrifice in their life. They're spending 6 hours a week at meetings, being that person in the front row. Yes, Kevin.
John, like you say, like these 2 people here, it's amazing. Sadre Jambalaya and his brother Pharaoh are in the business. They have a brother Steve that has the most connections, more than Sadre and Pharaoh would ever have, wouldn't want to be in the business. Steve signed them to me. Steve's coming to meetings on Tuesday now. He's making his list. It's just amazing, like John says. Just be a steward of what you're doing, and people believe in you, they'll follow you. And
Yeah, and
there it is.
everybody meshes with different personalities, and you never, the thing is, you never know. You never know. If you don't knock on the door, you don't know.
Exactly.
Don't prejudge. All right, so Eric, what's step 5? I'm gonna let Mario take it off from here. Eric?
Show the plans.
Oh, Eric, man, I love you, man. STP. Mario's gonna take this over. I gotta go hop on a quick call, but Mario, finish it out, and I'll be back in and close out in 2 minutes, 10 minutes. STP.
All right, so the contact and invite simply means, I'll rehash that a little bit before I get into this, okay? All you're doing with the contact and invite, which I believe is the hardest step, okay? All you're doing is making an appointment with someone. Okay? You're not calling them and you're telling them what you're doing or showing them the plan or have diary of the mouth to explain. You can't explain what that video can do in 13 minutes. So your job is just make an appointment, get in front of them, and show them our marketing tool, which is the STP. STP stands for show the plan. Doesn't mean talk the plan, doesn't mean confuse the plan, doesn't mean cheat the plan. It's show the plan. Okay? So how I contact, first of all, if you're in my business, that means I've done it the right way. Okay? I've done it to the step. I do my own trainings privately besides here, and I drill down how to do the STP. Okay? So basically, you're calling someone up. First rule when you call somebody, okay, is know when you're available. Know when you are available. You have one shot to make an appointment with someone. Because when you call them the first time, do not get off the phone unless you have an appointment. Because when you call them the second time, you're annoying. When you call them the third time, you're desperate. If somebody calls me 5 times they want to meet with me, I'm not meeting with them. Okay, it's just maybe it's a Brooklyn thing or whatever that is, right? But, so what I do is, how I do the contact and invite is I open up my book. You know, my wife and I, we have 3 kids, business, all that. So what I do is that we alternate weeks. So I know that one week I'm doing a contact invite, she's showing a plan. The reverse week, I'll make an appointment for the following week. I know she's home with the kids because, you know, we got games and all that. So we juggle our time, but I always know when I am available when I call somebody. Okay, so it may come out and I'll say, hey, Eric, what's going on? So actually what I do is, when I make my list, I really truly define in my mind why I want that person in my business. Are they a good person, a character, coachable? I don't prejudge anybody, but hey, I'm going in for this long haul. I'm investing time in you. I want to know why you're in my business. So I make a lot of notes, okay? And I use that as my lever. So if I call Eric up, I'll say, hey Eric, how you doing? A little small talk. I'm doing great. Listen, Eric, I'm going to be in your neighborhood next week. I haven't seen you in a while. I'd like to get together and see you. See, I'm always in your neighborhood. Because I make it convenient, I go to them. How are they going to say no to me? Okay? Once again, there's scripts and all kinds of tools in your back office, but I put myself out there. I'm building my character. Okay, I'm meeting you. Make it personal, right? Same theme you're hearing. Make it personal. I'll call Eric up and I'll say, Eric, listen, I'm going to be in the neighborhood on Tuesday. Are you available? 2 choices. He can say yes, or he can say no. So if he says yes, great. Eric, what time will work? 9 o'clock. I look at my book. I said, okay, great. You know what, Eric? I'm going to be there 9 o'clock. You know what? Listen, when I'm with you, you know, it'd be great to see you. Listen, I got involved in something. You know, remind me I want to show it to you. Take about 20 minutes. Boom, there's an appointment. Never blindside anybody. It's a little bit of leverage. First, I'll make an appointment with him, okay? Then I want to show him, man, no problem, whatever you need. Okay, now, I call him, let's say he's not available. He has something going on. Okay, Eric, you're not available. Listen, I can be Joe. I literally want to come by and say, when are you available? He'll come in and he'll say, I'm available Wednesday at 10 o'clock. Guess what? He's now making an appointment with me. He's not getting off that phone until I have something down. Okay, 10 o'clock, you know what, Eric? Let me see what I can do. Let me rearrange my schedule. Let me see what I can do. I'll be there at 10 o'clock. Nobody cancels my appointments. Never. I've become the master at contact and invite, and it's your hardest step. Just get in front of it. Okay? If it's a business person, just like what you see, you know, hey, listen, you know, we've been doing business for a long time. You're a great guy. I got involved in something. You know what? I'd like to show it to you. You know, a few minutes. Why don't you come by my office or whatever the case may be, where we're going to meet. Okay? Be honest with them. Why do you want them in their business? Okay? Don't be desperate. Pick a reason why you want someone in. If it's a family member, hey, listen, we've been family for a long time. You know, I've been pretty successful. You know, Laura and I got involved in this. And I just want to show you. I want to build a business with my family. you know. Whatever the case is, be yourself, okay? I say this is a business, the less you say, the better. When you come in, you got diarrhea, you're going crazy. If I'm at a party, okay, I'm not telling people, I'm not setting appointments. I'm at a party, I'm enjoying myself, I'm having a few drinks, I'm eating something. But I'll drop seeds. Hey Eric, I haven't seen you in a while. Hey, you know what, you've been around, listen, let me make sure I have your number. You don't want to give you a call during the week. I'd like to get together with you. Don't tell me anything else other than that. Okay? It's very important. You want to build that curiosity. Now, listen, I've been pretty successful. I've always been a good guy, and I've never hurt anybody, never screwed anybody, so I use that as my leverage. Okay? So the only qualification you need in this business is just be a good person. Okay? Now, that's the hard part. Showing the plan is very simple. Okay? You know what? I'm going to break this down real simple. If you're new, you want to write this down. I developed my own way of doing this. Okay? That's why John always likes me to do this, all right? This STP, actually, no, right, this STP comes down to 5 steps. Okay? 1 is contact and invite. 2 is press play. 3 is third. 4 is shut up. And 5 is exit. Now this is the business. So if you notice, we spent a lot of time on belief in the company. The business, these 5 steps, is the business. John always yells about my penmanship. That's on the computer. I'll put there again. All right? This is the business. So the hard part is getting you to believe in the company and know what we're about. The easy part is the business. Okay? That's the easy part. It's only a couple of steps. Contact and invite. Okay? That's your hardest part. After that, the rest is easy. Now you get in front of that person, right? If you're in my business, you know I've done it to you. Hey, you know what? I'm glad you met with me. You know, instead of explaining it to you, there's a very short video. I'm always in a rush. I don't have time. You know, I like to just show you a video. It's about 12, 13 minutes. It's a lot easier than explaining it to you, and I appreciate we get together. You know what I do? I press play. Press play. That's the business. Okay, now, when you press play, guess what you don't do? You don't go to the bathroom. You don't talk. You don't look at the birds. You don't check your phone. You're serious. Like John says all the time, I've seen that video 1,000, I'd rather put ice picks in my mouth. But because that's my business. So when I'm doing the business, I'm up close with you. Okay? One thing's gonna come back, right? I don't say anything. I look at it. I look serious, the intensity. This is my business. If I'm not serious, how's it going to? Eric and I showed the opportunity. We have our own meetings in Brooklyn that I run. We showed the restaurant guy. Eric's like, no, not that. We're showing this guy. We cornered the guy, we go upstairs, listen, we're going to be having meetings upstairs, you give me a good deal. In return, I want to teach you a business. You don't want to know, how do you know if they're not doing drug deals upstairs? You don't want to know when I'm involved because he's very skeptical. He meets a guy that wants to rent out a space and I want to drag him into a business. Okay? I said, listen, I'm going to show it to you. You got 10 minutes. Let me show you what we're going to do. Let me show you how powerful I'm going to put your restaurant on the map. He's like, you're going to put my name, I'm going to put your, this is going to be the hottest place on Tuesdays because I'm going to bring people here that will blow you away. How quick did he go upstairs with me? Well, I said, I need a place private. We go upstairs in a private room. Okay? We show the video. So listen, I don't want to explain to you. I'd rather just show it. Very similar to what I'm going to do here. Press play. He started getting interrupted. I stopped the video. I said, wait a minute. I said, Frank, I don't know you. You don't know me, but I'm serious. I need 15 minutes of your uninterrupted time. If you're going to have people coming up here, I can't show you the video. I can't show you the business. What did he do? I do not want to be interrupted. Guy does not know me. He did not allow to be disturbed for 15 minutes. That's power. But I came across that way. Not because I'm cocky and confident. It's my business. No different than I'm doing an estimate. No problem selling stone. Okay? When I'm out working with people in the yard, I'll give them my dedication. I'm getting ready to sell them a $10,000 slab, whatever I'm going to do. I'm serious with it. Be the same way in this business. I can't tell you how many times people show the video, they're cooking dinner. No. This is it. And you got to create that serious environment, right? My wife learned very early on. This is not a play date with your kids, right? She's doing a lot of housewives, right? With kids. No. You're having a play date, have a play date. You're going to show that video while the kids are yelling, screaming, want to eat, who's got to use the potty. No. That's not the environment. You have to create it. Listen, I want to show you something really serious. Once you come to the house, do me a favor. you know, can you have someone watch the kids for a few minutes? This is a business opportunity, okay? So you'll press and play. Okay. Now, before you make your appointment in these 2 steps, you're calling someone in your upline, okay? You're gonna probably call me, whoever brought you into the business, and you're gonna call them up and you're gonna say, hey, I'm showing the opportunity to somebody, really smart guy, smart woman, whatever, and you know, I want you to do my third party, okay? The third party is a step that's a validation, okay? They're gonna hear from someone else. Your job is just to press play, okay? The third party is validation, and it is the most important part. If you do not do a third party, don't show the video. Don't do it, it's gonna fail. You're never gonna come into this business.
Very true.
First month in the business, I didn't do the third party. Nobody joined. Nobody joined. John goes, who's your third party? John, what's a third party? That's we having a party. What's the third party? Right? I didn't know what it is, so I'm being honest. That's why I'm up here. Okay? So, you're going to have a conversation with someone, and what you're going to do is you're going to get somebody that's going to relate. Relating with people is our business. Relating with people. Okay? Relating business. Okay? If you're a business guy, we're going to get a business guy. I had a teacher at my house. Okay? Guess what? I got a principal to do it. A vice principal. Okay? You have a question? Yeah.
Would you do a third party when you're doing a residual fundraising program?
Yes.
The same as you
I
would
would do it
do
the same way, and I would
Okay.
try to get another third party for it. I have two nonprofits under me. Okay, I would get somebody from that nonprofit to do it. Anybody that's in the business, whoever you're comfortable with. Okay. Okay. My sister actually specializes in nonprofits, so I use her. Okay, whatever the case may be. Okay. Very important to put like people. Now, even though you're in my business, I may not be the right person. If I'm showing an opportunity to a police officer, right, I'll get another police officer, right? I'll reach up my line, you have access to, if you go to me, you're gonna have access to a lot of people. He may come to me and say, hey, I gotta show an opportunity to somebody. I may not be the right person. If I'm showing the opportunity to a woman, you know what, I'll get my wife to do the third party, right? Women seem to relate better than whatever the case is. We don't prejudge, we just want that person to relate, whatever the case may be. If I'm showing it to another mechanic, what about me? I'm gonna get Eric, vice versa. Okay? Very important. So as soon as you sit down and you're gonna press play, you're gonna text your upline the word now. Okay? So basically it starts with, hey, I'm showing the opportunity on Tuesday at 9 o'clock, are you available? I'll look at my role, yeah, you know what, I'm available, I can do it. Okay? So now I'm on the hook for that third party. The minute you press play, you're typing now, I have 13 minutes to become available. 13 minutes that whatever I'm doing, I'm committed to spend 5 minutes with you. Okay? Because I'm going to do that third party. Okay? The most awkward moment of the whole thing is that after you press play and watch the video, you get me on the phone. Several approaches. I use the easy approach. I just dial. I get that moment of confusion, but get that person on the phone, because who I'm going to put on the phone, I'm confident is going to meet them at ease. So basically what I do is I press the play, after they're done the video, say, hey, listen, you know what? I have my business partner, his name is so forth. He's the guy that got me involved, and I haven't spoken to him all day. I like to put him on the phone with you. I'm already dialing. I'm having this conversation while I'm calling. There's no yes. I'm getting that guy on the phone. It's that simple. Okay? There's no permission. You just get that person on the phone, because you have to go through this process. Okay? They're on the phone. They do what they gotta do. I suggest everybody to put yourself on speakerphone. So you need a quiet environment. And you want to hear the third party, because guess what's going to happen? You're going to do the third party at some point. So you're educating. And the third party is a conversation. Hey, Eric, what's going on? How's everything? Oh, somebody showed the opportunity. Well, you know, I got involved. I'm the one who brought Eric in. I'm one of his upline. I'm one of the leaders. Whatever I'm going to say at that moment. Right? There is no script. I'm going to feel the guy out. I'm going to have a conversation. Hey, what's going on? What do you think about it? Well, let me tell you my story. Traditional business owner, I'm chasing a job every day, but I got involved in this because it's residual income. Do you know what residual income is? No. Well, let me explain to you. Said it once, page it, whatever the case, I'm not going to get into it. The third party is like an art and a science, okay? You become good at it, okay? John told me something very, very, very important to me. The minute you do your own part, you take this away from me, the more successful you came. From that day, I did all by third parties. Nobody goes above me unless there's a specific reason, okay? Now I do third parties, I go down. I don't go up the line, I go down the line. I go on, it doesn't matter. Because you know what? You can never say something wrong to the right guy. Happened that day. You insisted on me doing a third party, had 90 million things happening that day. I'm like, Eric, I don't want to, I can't. Let's get someone, no, I want, you're the perfect guy. Gone on the phone with this guy, I'm like, all right, I'll do it. Okay, because I just had a stressful day. calls me up, I get on the phone with that guy, right, I'm like, listen, you know, how you doing? Great. I said, I'm a little bit of a rush. I got people here, I'm running around. I'm on this call. If Eric calls me, it's serious. I want to pick up your call. Hey, and I went. I was off the phone 3 minutes, right? Probably I thought was one of the worst third parties. I got my facts out, but I was very sure. Guy's coming into his business. Why? Because I made it important that, hey, I'm going to take your call. But also, I'm a real guy, right? The guy first thing he says, I got no time, got no time. I shouldn't be taking this phone call. Got no time. I said, I'm building something to make time, right? Right away, I related to that guy. Guy's coming into business. Okay, guy knows I'm a real person. I'm not a robot, you know? Okay, so that's how it is, third party, okay? Your job, you have the most powerful job. You just shut up. You don't say anything. Don't interrupt the third party call. Don't add, don't come. That third party call is between that person and that person on the phone. The prospect and the person. Do not interfere. Do not get involved. It's my time. I'm talking to the person. It's validation, okay? Then after I'm done with that, so when I'm over, the show is over. Okay? That's it. When I'm over, the show is over, okay? Now, you gotta get out of there. The longer you're there, that clock is ticking. You're only doing more damage than good, okay? Because you want a reason to follow up. That comes into our next step, okay? So you want to exit, okay? I've thrown people out of my office. Listen, I gotta go. I got 15 minutes of your time, or he knows. That's it, I'm done. I'm like clockwork. When I'm this, I'm this. Okay, now, how do you exit gracefully? Okay? I'm honest. Listen, I'm busy, I'm crazy. Look, you may have some questions. Okay, write them down. I threw a lot at you. You know, you came here, I showed you a video, got you on the phone with a guy. That's my business partner. I think that's enough for today. Okay? I'm sure you're gonna have some questions. Write them down. You know what? Is it okay for me to call you on, guess what? I'm setting up the follow-up. John, is that step number 6?
Yes, it
I might
is.
have seen this before, John.
Fortune's in the follow-up.
Once, I'm not even ask Eric. 3 for 3, that's good. The follow-up is everything, okay? Now, I'm setting an appointment right there, getting permission to call them. So I'm not gonna, you know, you're not gonna avoid my call, because you gave me permission, I'm gonna call you. So I'll say, listen, you're gonna need a couple of days, I'm gonna call you, so forth, okay? I'm gonna follow up, you may have some questions, write them down. You know, I can't explain everything, because you know what, I'm busy, I'm in a rush, I gotta get out of here.
Or feed them something like Live Viridian.
If they're really interested, like I really want, listen, you're really interested, like, come on, here's a website, it's called liveviridian.com, get familiar with it. You know, once you go to my website, that's all about the company. Because if somebody says I'm gonna do research, guess what? We wanna point them to our place. There's a lot of things on the internet, good or bad. You Google any company, it's good or bad. You wanna point them to liveviridian.com. You wanna direct them where you wanna go. Or, hey, I'm going to a meeting tomorrow. I'm very fortunate because I run a meeting. Hey, you know what? I'm having my own meeting on Tuesday. Why don't you come as my guest? Limited seating, but you know what? There's no obligation, nobody's gonna ask you to sign, there's no laptops. Why don't you come and hear from my business partner, Big John, or hear from the #1 guy. Okay, your case is, or listen, I'm going to a meeting tomorrow, right? Guess what? There'll be a meeting zone. Go in there prepared, direct them somewhere, okay? But I always get an appointment when to follow up with them, okay? One last thing I wanna say with this is that if you do this right, you created a very comfortable environment. The problem you have in the beginning is that before you exit, you're doing so much diarrhea of the mouth, they almost feel obligated that they gotta come. No, short swim, in, out, in, next, in, next. I'm always juggling about 18 people that I'm showing you around, right? They're not everybody, right? We talk about this all the time. It's 3 to 5. Hey, my penmanship got better, John.
It did, man.
Exposure, because I'm writing less. 3 to 5, okay. Exposure number 1, right? Contacting anybody. Exposure number 2, you're showing a video, right? Showing video. Number 3, third party. The 4 and 5 is going to be coming from a meeting, Live Viridian,
Follow-up call.
follow up, whatever the case may be. Don't expect everybody. Me and John differ at a couple of things, but listen, I don't like to sign people up right there and then. Okay, if it's hit you in the gut, like John says, they want to sign you, sign them. To me, I want people to think about it. Okay, because I let them listen. I'm investing time. It's not 100. I work with people that 100 hours. John, I don't know what you eat for lunch. We eat pretty damn good. It's more than $100 when I go to lunch, okay? Because I'm taking, I mean, it's not the money. But I let them understand that I'm investing time in you, right? I'm valuable. I'm wasting my time in you. I want you to be serious to get involved because I'm running all the way. So I create that precedence right away, okay? I got guys, listen, can I pay you in cash now? Just sign me up. No, don't work that way. I don't want your money. I don't make, matter of fact, you have to make it very clear. I don't make any money with you signing up. We make zero money from somebody joining Veridian. You want them to become successful. They make money, you make money. That's the relationship, okay? Very important. The follow-up is the key. John, you want to take over the next steps?
Yep. All right, what's step 7?
After you sign them up, get them to a training.
All right, Mario? The merit number
Well, you said you already signed them up.
He's already 100. You should have done like that.
Consult your coach.
Feedback. We want to know
Feedback.
how we did. Okay, I had a webinar the other day. I had 30 people on. What I do after the webinar? I
Contact
called my
everybody.
key leaders. I didn't call everybody. I didn't call a person. You gotta remember something too about this business. You got people coming into your business that you don't even know. That's the beauty of this business. I never call a stranger. I'm always on it. Learn at a conference. I didn't even have a conference call somebody on my cell phone until I got involved in this business. Always introducing people, right? He introduced his nephew, nephew Joe to you, okay?
Yeah.
So what I did is when I did the webinar, I had all these people on, giving them little tricks and tools. I went over the Jumbo June, did these things. Okay, what I do? I called my main leaders. Eric, how'd I do? Anthony, how'd I do? My sister, how'd I do? What'd you think? Good or bad? I kept it very short. I kept it down to 20 minutes, 20, 25 minutes, right? Any questions? I mute the line. Nobody can talk. I'm talking my time. I'm directing. Unmuted the call. Hey, listen, guys, I know it's late. 5 minutes, I'll open up the door. A couple of questions answered. Okay, guys, thank you. Ladies, have a good night. I'll see you later. This is how we're going to make money this month. Hang up. I call my people. Hey, this is great. Whatever the case. And you learn. You know, all these public speakers. Okay? You learn. You learn to get up in front of people. You learn to talk to people.
See, when you talk about consulting your coach, you're just looking to get more tools in your toolbox, right? I look to learn from Bob Quintana, Joe O, Michael Falquist, our CEO, any other leader. I learned from Kevin Burden on a solar. It educated me on a solar, right? So just consult people. When you go to meetings, get the names of every leader there. Right? Wilbur, you're doing it now, and you and Gilbert, you're meeting all these other people. You're the squeaky wheel that's getting the grease. Put yourself out there. Don't be that person that sits in a corner. You're going to get passed by. You're going to be overlooked. Right? Be the squeaky wheel that gets the grease.
Build momentum. Build momentum. John says all the time, be the man on fire. Be the woman on fire. Because they'll gravitate towards you.
Yeah, nobody's going to run away from you if you're on fire. They're going to run towards you. Yes, Kevin?
Another thing, when you consult with your coach, what I told all my associates, when I call them and I speak to them, the most important thing I feel for me building my business is, I bought a lot of these books. They're $3. You should give every single one of your associates this book.
It's a good idea.
Give them all. It's $3 it costs you. Don't ask them for the $3. Just, you're really promoting this and showing them how to make money. And you're going to make $5 on every one that they sign.
Right.
So if you give a guy a book of 50 of these and they fill out 10, you just made $50. Well, you're going to take $3 and make $50 on it just by giving it to your associate and helping them build that business. And follow up with them like anything else and ask them how you doing with them solar referrals. Give every one of your associates one of these books.
The one thing I want to add too is that if you're an associate and you have not gone through the process, if you own a home, you did yourself a major injustice. How are you going to explain to somebody or prepare them or make an appointment if you haven't done it yourself? You know, I won the lottery with my house, right? 93%, you know, my power comes from my solar, 93% offset, so I meant to say offset, okay? I'm saving $47,000. My electric bill last month was $1.20, free. You know what kind of story I tell people that? You think, why? Why don't you come to my house, look at my solar? I'm a poster child for solar, okay?
You know,
Show it to
It's
them.
all about the story.
So it's all the story, right?
also with the solar, you know, people don't understand something. There's no governors on that, guys. Like Mario said, his bill is only $1.25. I mean, it just, when you're not using it, it just keeps producing. And
Yeah.
at night, when you are drawing it, you're drawing it back, being a Veridian customer, at a cheaper rate also.
Yeah.
And it's just, if you get into the weeds, guys, with this
No.
solar, and you show everybody what they need to know, because there's a lot of other solar companies out there that we need to compete with, that they see on TV. Some people do research and get other customers. If you believe in your product, and it's like anything else, anybody in the business here, or in your marriage, or anything else, if you just believe in it and you learn it, there's no stopping you on what you can do. Just have all your facts. Like Mario, like you say, I had it on 2 houses already. There's not a question that someone can ask me that I do not know the answer to about solar.
Or I've
because-
used people as references.
Yes.
I've used one of my customers. I have listen, I'm a customer of solar. Somebody thinks it's free, put me on the phone. Yeah, I don't tell them I'm a Meridian associate. Yeah, I'm a customer. I got solar put in my house. Did it cost you anything? No. You like it? I don't, it's dead space. What is that like? Looks good. Did you know? Question. Did you know how? Yeah. They sent an engineer out here after I agreed to the deal. Guy gave me the full layout. Matter of fact, I GC all my own work. I took the day off. When I met that crew, it was unprofessional. It wasn't no sub. It was their own people. I went to work that day. Half an hour. I knew I was comfortable. I knew my wife was good hands. They roped up my neighbor. Everything's good.
And
That's it. So-
they designed the system, guys. If
Custom
I've
design.
seen other solars that other solar companies put on. Solar City designs that system so it doesn't look like a checkerboard on your house. It looks like a big skylight. They don't
follow
put
the
one
whole
panel
process.
here,
Yeah.
2 panels there, 1 panel this way. They design it so it looks the best on your house. And it's just, listen guys, for me, this is the lead that gets you to where you want to get to real fast.
Yep, great job. So a couple things. One, the solar is gonna take off. We see it happen. I'm gonna talk about this young man that came into the meeting for the first time. Just got out of college, right?
Yes, sir.
Getting a job. I take my hat off to you, man. My kid's in college. Here's the thing, folks. Here's the thing. To go through college, he's coming out with an insurmountable debt stacked over his head. Right? Most of the kids coming out are keeping their fingers crossed, hoping they get a job, that they're not a waiter or a waiter, right? A lot of your friends, I'm sure, are bussing tables and
A lot are currently unemployed, ironically.
yeah, unemployed. So what's happening now? There's a little shift from what it was 20, 30 years ago. So he gets a job, right? Now he's on the bottom of the totem pole. Hey, kid, take out the trash, do this. And now he has debt that he's looking to peel off and pay off over the next 10 years, 12 years for his education. Folks, what I'm trying to make, the point I'm trying to make, is this a 5-year plan? That if this kid hits this business hard for 5 years, he don't have to have nobody else control him. He don't have to drive into the city like a lot of my friends that have high-paying jobs that come home and pass out on their couch. They're killing themselves. Stress kills, right? So we have an opportunity here. If this thing's going to take off, just like Easy Pass, right? John, remember when Easy Pass came out?
Yep.
And everybody's going, and then 7 years later, everybody's going down to the shore on a beautiful Saturday or Sunday, and you see lines, people waiting for 20 minutes. And I look at my wife, so what the hell is everybody thinking? Why? People don't connect to this yet? To get a thing that you drive right through to save you time, save you money? Solar's the same thing, because society in a whole, everybody has to be, most people have to see everybody doing something before they do it. So you are here now, we're all here now. We see the target before the target appears. It's going to happen for a lot of people. It's up to you who it happens to. And what you're going to start becoming a talent scout and working with the people that deserve your time, not need your time. I like to say this. I like to run with the runners. I occasionally walk with the walkers, but I'll never quit with a quitter. It's too easy to quit anything in life. You'll never get the rewards. And when you realize the rewards of what this can bring to you and your family, that's why I'm pumped up every day. I wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning. My wife thinks I'm a lunatic. Because you know what? It's a different life. It's something you can't even dream about until it happens to you. But just borrow my belief, borrow Mario's belief, borrow Kevin's belief, whoever's hitting us, get to the meetings. Because if you're not at those meetings, you're cheating yourself and you're cheating your family. It's as simple as that. I don't care how you slice it. A job will never get you this. Owning a business will never get you this. He owns a huge business. I own a huge business. You can have my business. It'll never bring you what this opportunity can bring you. There's one thing you can't teach, and that's being hungry. And the people that are hungry, just look for hungry people. You can teach them how to duplicate. Just find hungry people that want to make a difference, not only in their life, but other people's lives. Thanks for coming out today. Appreciate it.
Ask you questions. So, where'd you go to college?
Fairfield College.
Okay.
Great meeting.
Nice